Ask this next question.
Not really.
Okay.
I just feel like, well, I do have a little bit to say actually.
Does your guy not let you check his phone?
What it is I would see things and my intuition would basically just kick in because of past things that have happened to me. So it's like when I've viewed that in that way and I've seen it happen with previous men, my instincts automatically just go, I need to check your phone. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's not something that's often. Like, it's not something that's constant. Like, it's like once in a while.
Can you tell us an example of what you've seen that makes you want to...
Okay, so there was this time we went out to like a party, a Jamaican party. And
Wait,
I don't mind him. All right, cool. It's a difference when, all right, you see when you're looking at a female for over, let's say over 15 seconds, you're both making eye contact with one another and your wife is right beside you, right?
I
Is
will
that
beat
shit
his
no
ass
weird? Like, okay, imagine if you have your wife, right? And she's looking at another guy, basically, and staring in his eyes. Both of you are looking into each other's... Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. But you guys are looking into each other's eyes. Like, it's more than just a glance at one another. Because the difference with me, if a guy is making eye contact with me, I automatically look away. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't
As you
pay
should.
attention to a guy. Like, that's not my interest. I'm in love with you. So I'm going to stick with you. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to look at other guys and find interest in that.
Good job.
So when it's a thing where if I'm in that position and I see that you're doing that, that makes me uncomfortable. So when I react, it's like it's a thing where, oh, this is why you're not going to have access to my phone. I'm changing all my passcodes on my phone, on my phones and on my laptop. So it's like, why would you do something like that when I'm genuinely feeling a way about something? And then now I'm going to say, I want to check your phone because that's just made me want to check your phone. Do you get what I'm saying?
So
if you feel me.
too long and you're saying because of that he might be cheating. But let me ask you this. Is him looking really that bad?
Yes, his glances are lustful glances. They're not...
Wait, how do you know that?
Because I've been with a guy
You can
who's...
see it. I think you
Like-
can see. Look, as a man, you're gonna look, right? Let's just say you can look, but now there's a look and there's a disrespectful look.
Like,
That as a woman, you know that look. You're like, why are you looking at her like that?
Okay, you said earlier most men will smash anything, right?
Yeah,
So he's taking a look. You know what? Look
So-
over here, a little ass over there.
I think you know the
Why
difference.
you guys have so huge problems with us girls doing that shit you
that's
doing?
what I'm saying.
That's
It's an
why I
issue
don't
for me.
Hold on,
understand.
let's be
Y'all
honest
don't want
here.
shit.
That's
want
a
She
our
said
conversation in
it. When she's
itself.
with a man she loves, she don't look nowhere else.
Yeah.
So if you're looking somewhere else, it means you're not really
You would
for
freak
me.
out if she would do that right in front of him.
100%. But she just said
See?
it. When she's with a man, all eyes are on him only. So if you're looking at another man with a boyfriend, what are you really doing? You're saying, oh, I'm for keeps. I'm actually like single.
Yeah, it would be so easy if like everybody would just stop doing shit they don't want to get done by themselves. Like if I don't want her to do shit to me, I don't do that shit to her. You know? So
But again,
everybody would
I
be
just
fine.
feel
the
like-
question is, are men and women equal? And I get what you're saying because
No,
there
it's
should be
not.
a compromise for both people to have an understanding. But at the same time, like, we're men, man. We're going to look at girls all the time. Maybe want to do
I
stuff.
don't
but
mind that. I don't mind that at all.
But there's a difference.
But it's a difference. Like, the way he would look at a female
Okay,
is like...
look at me the
I've
same
seen
way.
him
No, no.
different.
Give,
All right, cool,
give,
cool,
give me
cool.
the look of like...
I can't do that.
lustful and regular.
I can't do that.
Look at her.
My husband would be mad as hell.
Look at her. Look at her. Imagine she's a girl and you're the guy. How would you look at her lustfully?
I mean, he would lick his lips, basically, like...
Oh,
He would
Like,
do
you know
lip
the lip
biting.
lips
no,
thing?
not lip
Well, he
biting.
did that.
No.
Like, the
All
lick
right,
the lips, not the lip
If he was doing
biting.
lip biting,
Like, the lick the
You
lips.
didn't mention that part.
The lick the lips.
You didn't
It's
mention
just
that part.
licking the lips. Like,
That's
I
so
don't like that. Like, I feel I would sit there. I remember one time we were in the car. I remember one time I was in the car and I had to push his head. Like, I pushed his head when he done that because it's like the third time.
Yeah.
It's like the third time I've seen him do that shit. And just because I've been calm and I haven't done or reacted to anything, that's when they feel like they can take the piss out of you. So that's when I had to draw a line basically and say, you can't do that no more.
Did you
Like,
tell him that you felt uncomfortable about
Yes, I told him that.
What did he say?
And he said, you're insecure.
See,
Did you tell him after the
See,
third
okay,
time? Or
okay,
the
okay.
He did
first
the Uno
time?
reverse.
Yeah, like he tried to be manipulative basically.
What
Gaslight
if,
him,
right? Let's just say God is sorry, God forbid here. Let's say he just looked at her just because she's hot, but he never touched her at all. Would that be bad?
I mean, no, that's not an issue to me, but the point that I'm trying to make is the lustful eyes. That's just, I feel uncomfortable because if other people are around you, I'm your wife. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Like to have somebody who represents you and they're preeing other people, like they're preeing other females. Like that's not something that I want. I want somebody who's loyal to me only and only gives a fuck
It
about
doesn't
me.
embarrass you.
You know
get
what's
what I'm
funny?
saying?
I realize with girls especially, when it's embarrassing, it has to be brought up. For example, you can have an issue with a guy. If it's not embarrassing, all right, whatever. But if it's ever going to embarrass you in public, it's always an issue.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's always
In
an issue.
public, it's very much an issue.
But why do you care though?
Because
You know what
we
it
girls
is?
know how we girls
But hold on.
underneath, like I talked to
If
her
it's-
about that guy talking to
But
me
wait,
and laughing
if
You're
about
not
boyfriend
dating
and
those girls.
girlfriend-
You're dating your boyfriend. So
No,
why
no,
do you
no.
care what they have to say?
No, but this
No,
is
no,
different though. This is
I
husband
just
and
think
wife.
it hurts, like seeing that from your partner.
Yeah,
because you just want them to be crazy about.
Nobody
You want
wants
them to be
to.
crazy about you. You want
Yeah.
them to only have eyes for you. You want them to desire you.
Yeah.
So when they desire other women to the point where it's like, damn, like now you out here.
Question:
Like,
have you been cheated on before?
yeah, I have.
Have you been cheated on before? Of course. You been cheated on before?
Yes, I have.
So can you keep a man to yourself?
I
No.
mean, I can never keep a man to myself. That's
So
impossible.
then what are you worried about?
You can't make a man be
It's
loyal.
not really what I'm worried about. It's how I feel. My feelings count.
Are
Like
important.
it's not something like, okay, cool. If it was like, okay, a little glance, for example, like if I was, for example,
Yeah,
look at
just
her
like
and then turn my face, I don't mind that. Like you can look at a hot female. Like there's sexy ladies in Miami. I'm not gonna cap. Like I'm not the thickest bitch out here. I'm slim. Do you get what I'm saying?
Nigga said
Like
facts. Chris
I'm
said
not
facts.
lying. Like I'm being straight up. I have to be real. Like I'm not the thickest bitch out here. I'm not the prettiest, but I do have my looks. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay,
and
so-
I feel like I'm a trophy. I pre myself as a trophy. I don't pre myself as anything else. So I'm not gonna put myself in a low standard to please him. Do you get
Of
what I'm
course
saying?
not.
I'm not gonna say I accept this and I accept that just because we're married and I trust him. No, I have to draw a line with certain things. If we're out in public and I see you doing something, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not gonna sit behind a bush and be like, oh yeah, that's fine. I trust him. This and that. No, if I see bullshit, I'm gonna say straight up to your face how I feel.
Well, she's Jamaican, so that makes sense.
Yes.
Very interesting.